After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down, Jacksonville.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Great.
On 1st and 10, Newton got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. 88.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack on first down, Newton. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the 50, Newton. He's airing it out for Williams, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. With it is Brown. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Out. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I see him. Down. 18 Gator. 52. Here we go. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Watch the pass. No. Hustle.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set. Double dog. That's the way.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 43. 6-6. Pull it high. Rush in.
2nd and 10. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Ready. 10 2 stop. 52, come on. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. You draw Corker. No.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run right side with Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Mike 52. All day, just like that. Mike 52. In your face. Protein spill. Alert flare. Hey, wahoo! Mike 52. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. This one caught by Davis. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Recon, 132 fighter. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Get it. They
run for it with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First down, Jacksonville.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
218, chop. Hey, orbit. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
They'll drop the throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Desmond King picks it. And he's got some space here. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. Newton again. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Greg. Watch the run. 47's the mark.
Here's Newton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down.
Ready to break.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check three. Whipstone, travel. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6. Look at me. Zipper. 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Rip right. Switch. Express! I need one over here. Pick the edge. Come.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Gun. 26 Mike. It's our time, guys.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 50. Watch the slant. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. There's a party now. Express. Great. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Watch that. You go tight.
Now Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
80 weapons. Shit. Move. Hurry up now.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Go. Motion. 52, Mike 52. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Second and 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Newton. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there as time expires in the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, You've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do this. Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Let's go, baby.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Out. 3 down. Out. Hey! Watch the shit! 52's the light.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And an alley to run. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
61, matchbox lights. Check 26, check 26, check 5.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
I know you feel that.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chargers' 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, defense, let's go. Check safety. Let's go.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. You have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Break. 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I'm here all day. Showing up.
On third down, this is Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Josh Lambo will attempt the field goal. He's a former Charger, remember, back in their San Diego days. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw, Newton. Complete, Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Check.
Now Gordon on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Newton. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on third down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start here with Jackson, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Desmond King making the tackle.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Switch. Hey, lock it.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Got it. 52's the mic, boys. 52. You're out. Shit. Kill. Check. Let's go.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready? 8, read. 6-6, pull it high. Get it.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Check 24.
Yes.
Mike 52.
They run again with Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Hey, Charlie.
52. So we got man.
Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it. Guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen.
Off play action. Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Third down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Point after here coming up. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Jaguar first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Richards. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's Richards. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 1st down, Richards. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the edge.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Rock it. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Richards. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready, break.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jags, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.